Coming up next on Access Framingham, the Italian island Sardinia, with my guest, Nicole Connolly. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Jack Barron, host of Travels with Jack, here on Access Framingham TV, where guests share with our audience a recent trip, a vacation, a cruise, or maybe a day trip right here in New England. You'll see their photos and hear about the exciting places they have visited. Today, I'm pleased to welcome back Nicole Connolly. At the end of September 2018, Nicole and her friend Tammy spent an enjoyable week on Sardinia, an island in the Mediterranean Sea off the coast of Italy. They stayed in Santa Maria Navarrese, a town on the east coast of the island. Nicole and Tammy explored the island, enjoyed some late summer beach time. What parts of the world have you visited? Please be my guest on Travels with Jack and share your travel experience with our viewing audience. Just contact us here at Access Framingham Television and let us know you'd like to be a guest. You can phone AFTV at 508-875-5434, or you can send an email message to info@accessfram.tv. Our associate producer will contact you to make arrangements for you to be on our show here on Access Framingham TV. If you don't live in Massachusetts, we would be pleased to assist you with your travel to the Access Framingham studio. Now, let me welcome Nicole back to Travels with Jack. Nicole, welcome back. I just got to tell you, I'm jealous.
Jack,
I'm
it's
jealous.
good to see you again.
I've always wanted to go to Sardinia. I have never gotten there. And here you are, you're going to go and make me cry that I missed it.
Well, I hopefully inspire you to go then now.
I'll have to go. I'm going to have to go. I'm just going to have to pick myself up and take myself there.
That's it.
So what caused you, I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah, so what
inspired you to say, I've got to get to Sardinia, and then remind me, I've got to give the folks a little bit of your biography. I know you, so I ran right into the conversation.
Yeah, so the reason why Sardinia, Italy, is it was one part of our trip, and I went with my friend Tammy, who I went with to Greece. So for those that have
with that
seen,
big group.
Yes, with the big group. So if you've seen that one already.
Yes.
She's one that the two of us decided we go to Italy this time around, and Sardinia was our first destination. And because we wanted to do some cultural stuff, sightseeing, but we also wanted to do some beach time. So we started with beach time. It was at the end of September this year, 2018.
And how was the weather in September?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was still very, very good. The water was all still beautiful, less touristy at that time of the year as well. So yeah,
perfect.
It's past the season already.
Let me give everybody a little bit of an update.
Sure.
Nicole is in the photography business. She is the owner of Nicole Connolly Photography and Photo Fabulous U, located in Westboro, Mass. She manages commercial photography for the likes of Dell Technology, Microsoft, and Merrill Lynch. And Nicole has been a guest with us before, and she has shared with us Germany, Switzerland, Greece, which you just mentioned. Today we are visiting Sardinia, and for those of you, I'm sure we'll get a map up, but Sardinia is next to Corsica and Alba.
Alba further, north.
And Alba, for historian interest, was where Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled to.
That's right.
So maybe not so bad. Nicole is still teaching a German and Austrian cooking class at Assabet After Dark. She is also active with the Boston Walpole German Club and also is now active in the German American Business Club.
That's right, yep.
She is a U.S. citizen.
Yep.
And
this
she
year.
also has a German language get-together club, which you can find on meetup.com. And she's still married to Carl.
Yes. One of these days we get him to join us on one of
And
the
he
shows.
never comes
Yeah.
to these things, but
know.
he's always invited.
He travels with me too, so.
So there's a little bit of history
Yeah.
on Nicole with her biography.
Yes.
So back to Sardinia, you decided you and Tammy were going to go to Sardinia.
That's right, yeah. So we flew in. Boston has a direct flight to Rome.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's run through Delta, but Alitalia.
Alitalia, yep.
Yeah, so it's about an 8-hour flight.
Okay.
I booked the flight about in February and we went in September. That was the first thing we did on the whole booking end of things, to get the flight first. And it was about $740
That's all.
to Rome.
Round trip.
That's round trip, yeah.
Wow.
Yep, so to Rome. And then I separately booked, since we were still figuring out, are we going to Sardinia first, last, or how this is going to all work out. We knew we were going to Italy. But I booked Sardinia, from Rome to Sardinia separately then.
Yep.
And that's $80 actually.
That's all.
Yeah, super cheap.
Yeah, I was going to say, this sounds very inexpensive.
Yeah. So with Alitalia, the service is pretty good. I mean, it's you either.
And what kind of plane did they use from Rome to Sardinia?
So it's an Alitalia flight. Yeah.
But a jet.
Yeah. I don't know actually which
I mean,
one.
was it a little prop plane? Or is it how long does it take from Rome to Sardinia?
So it's 8 hours. So yeah.
No, Rome to Sardinia.
Oh, Rome to Sardinia. So that was also Alitalia. It was like a 2 and 2-seater. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
right.
And what, about an hour? How long a flight?
I'm actually good on
Thank
water.
you.
So it's an hour. Yeah, it's about an hour.
Okay.
And the good thing was, so you were able to change your flights as well for free of charge, the one taken
Oh,
over
really?
to Sardinia. So we made a time adjustment, but it was a free change. So I'm a big, I book everything through Expedia, so I always have good experience
Oh,
with that.
wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
very convenient getting there.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you land in Sardinia, and then what do they tell you?
So we flew into Cagliari, is the capital of Sardinia.
Okay.
That's all the way in the south of Sardinia. But yeah, at one point when we do get a map up, we can kind of take a look where Sardinia actually is, and in the Mediterranean Sea. But then also get a little.
Oh,
So here
there
we go.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
Sardinia, it looks pretty big.
Yeah. So the interesting part about Sardinia is actually, if you look at it, the south part is already Africa, and the next, the major city that's closest actually to Sardinia is not Rome or Naples. It's actually Tunis. So
Really?
Yeah, in Africa, that's the closest city already. So I got a lot of the information for this trip. I mean, I got little books, but I also a really
Are there
great
a lot
website.
of Algerian people who live there?
No, not that
No.
You didn't see any. I didn't see any refugees, and I didn't see any. Yeah,
Okay.
Algerians. Even though, I mean, you are very close to that, and maybe I wasn't in the. Maybe if you were more in the southern part of Sardinia, maybe, but yeah. But so Sardinia Turismo is a great website. So sardiniaturismo.com, I can highly recommend to get some good tips. And actually, as soon as you land in Rome, there is big banners all across the airport already, like inviting you to go to Sardinia.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
they're really promoting it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the major 3 cities are Olbia, then Cagliari in the south, and then is Alghero is in the it's on the east, the west part actually over
Now,
there.
did
Yeah.
you rent a car?
Yes. So rented
you
a car.
did?
Yeah. So car rental, $170 for the whole week.
Wow.
Yeah, and then if you want to add insurance to it, it's another $70.
Okay.
And then you're fully insured with everything. And the place that we stayed is Santa Maria Navares. So this is where the red dot is. And from Cagliari up to Santa Maria Navares, it's about 2 hours, 2.5, I think. Very easy to drive. So I always like to inform as well. Sardinia is not like the rest of Italy. For those that might have been to Positano and have experienced driving over there, they know it's absolutely nuts. Sardinia is very easy to drive, and it's not like the rest of Italy. They definitely see themselves different from
Really?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So the place, so we did Airbnb
Do they
again.
drive like U.S. right side, or they
Yes,
drive?
they drive the right side. Yep. So this is actually the place we stayed. So in the middle part, so if you see that balcony that's in the, it says La Dolce e Picante.
Yes.
This is the sort of person that was renting us the Airbnb place. Beautiful, like outside terrace that we had. She owns the shop underneath it. And this is actually also where I bought this beautiful mask.
Okay.
Which I can hold up here for a minute. So the reason why I brought this is one of the best kind of souvenirs you can get from Sardinia. And it's they're big into Carnival. And I got this one from my husband because he collects masks. He has a lot of them from Africa. But these are the best kind of gifts you can get from the souvenirs. What is that made out of? Wood? So it's wood carved. It's made
really?
in a very particular place. There's only a few people still making these. And then they don't come cheap. So this is $250 to really? Get one of these. But there is a very particular meaning in this particular mask. You can look it up on YouTube. And they have towns where they celebrate the carnival with fantastic costumes, like very with sheep.
So when you say carnival, do you mean after or before Easter?
That's right, before Easter.
Okay.
Yeah, February.
So that might also be a good time to go there.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, they do a big carnival.
Yeah, if you can get in. So it's now a very big highlight, and a lot of times you don't get in anymore because they close the towns up as well. So, and there's maybe not an Airbnb in that particular town.
So it's become a big attraction.
Yes, it is. So
leave it to you to figure out. Okay.
Yeah.
I can, Nicole, I just get the feeling you're going to go to the Christmas festivals in Germany. Well, you'll start with Oktoberfest. I remember you shared that with us.
Yeah.
And wait, we'll have to save these pictures, Bill.
Yeah.
Oktoberfest, then you'll move on to Christmas.
Yes.
And then you'll get something in between, maybe go to Greece to warm up.
Yeah, a little bit, and then you can
And then
head
you'll
over.
end up in Sardinia for Carnival.
Yeah.
And plenty of schnapps along the way.
That's right, and we will sample some of that too later to warm up on this cold day when we're doing the recording here almost in December.
Goodness. So what are we looking at now?
So Santa, we got there late in the evening. And the first thing we did, we went for something to eat in town. We could walk to this place. And so it's called NASCAR, actually. So this it's a hotel and restaurant, but it's, and I think we ate most of the times we ate al fresco, so outdoors. But the building itself is just beautiful. So we get a little bit of a view here of the place with the nice arches and old stonework, and then you see the outside terrace. And we enjoyed a really, really nice pasta dish, and it's coming up in the next picture. And a nice bottle of wine, actually from Alghero. So the one that was in the west north.
So it was Sardinian wine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So of course. Sardinia has some of the best wines. So this one is, and I'm happy to hear that you can actually get it here as well. So it's not like Germany, where in my region, where you can't get the wine because we just drink it all ourselves in the south of Germany, and the Baden-Württemberg wine, and you never get it over here. So this wine you can actually get. So and like I said, it's from it was a spumante, it's bubbles.
Bubbles, yep.
Yep. And it was absolutely one of our favorite. It was just a late night kind of like snack. I think it was probably at 10 o'clock we went to this place. So everything like Spain and Italy, you eat late. So it's all good. Even though this is past season now.
And you found a pizza.
And of course we had to go and eat pizza. So this is probably like the third or fourth day in, and we finally got to eat some pizza and some house
wine.
house wine, which was absolutely
Now, let
delicious
me
as
ask
well.
you this. How did you find the food? I know all the regions of Italy
Yeah.
have very different food.
That's
How
right.
did you find the food in Sardinia?
It's excellent.
Excellent.
It's excellent food, yeah. So, I mean, from the trip we went to Naples. I had very good pizza in Naples as well, authentic Napolitano marinara pizza. But yeah, this is it holds up really well. So they have. So it's very interesting. So they have a lot of sheep, and they have a lot of goats. So you're and it's in the Mediterranean. So of course you have a lot of seafood, but you definitely find on your menu goat. Also some pork dishes.
Probably a lot of goat cheese too, and
a lot of fish as well. And as you know, probably yourself, Sardinia has some of the produces the most people that get to 100 years old.
Really?
Yes. So the Mediterranean diet is apparently one of the best you can be on.
No, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So they have a very longevity.
Yep. That's right. So olive oil. They also have a bread that's very particular in that area. It's called it's a flat bread.
Yep.
And they produce it mostly for the shepherds, but it's dry. It's a very it's called pane. If I remember this right now, if I look at my notes, it's very flat. You can almost it's very thin.
Yeah.
Like
almost like a Syrian
like the
bread.
Indian papadum. You know, if you ever had one of those. So so it's
from India.
Yeah, exactly. They also have
like a cracker almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then and each town had made their own type of bread, so you can get it like kind of dressed up as well with rosemary oil, olive oil. Yeah, so it's kind of gets very, very nice.
Okay, so this is...
So this is actually the beach. So we were very close. So the nice thing about the place that we stayed in, we could walk to the restaurants. We had a supermarket right next to us. Nice thing about Airbnbs versus staying in hotels is it's more authentic, but you can also bring less clothes because you can wash it. This is a beach view from Santa Maria Navares. There is white sand beaches there too. This is just a cliff rock. And the town next to it, this is already over about a 20-minute drive over to Arbatax. And Arbatax is actually is Arabian. It's the 14th tower. And we actually see the tower in some of these pictures too.
When you say Arabian, meaning,
yes.
What do you mean? It's a Islamic town?
Yeah, so the Spaniards have created this tower, and it's the 14th tower.
So Spain had this island at one time?
Yes.
Is that what you say?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are Argonauts, if I'm remembering right. So they had, so anyway, they had that tower, and they named it Arbatax, and that's the name of this town, to protect against the Arabian pirates coming in.
Oh,
so
okay.
there's a lot of plundering went on, of course, being close to the sea. So this is actually part of my birthday dinner. So I arrived on Sardinia on my birthday, and my friend Tammy, she took me out for dinner as a surprise.
To celebrate your 29th birthday?
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
That's right.
Yep.
So we had a beautiful prosciutto. This is something I've not had ever been done like that. So you see like the little foil, the cellophane foil. So this is how it was cooked. This is a seafood dish.
Yes.
And they had this in a little bag tied together at the top, and this is how it was. It's a wine sauce, probably a little bit of.
So they cooked it in the foil.
Yeah.
And then opened it up in the bowl. Oh,
That's
look
right.
at this. Happy birthday, Nicole.
Yep.
Okay.
So we had to eat that cake for the rest of our stay on Sardinia. So they made that cake just
and this is a church you went to.
That's right. So just again, driving around there, you can drive that island easily. For us Americans, it's an easy kind of 2 hours is not that much for us to go to the beach or to a destination. For the Europeans, yes, they don't travel that much, so they want to have like a 20-minute drive.
The pictures, of course, are great. So did you use any particular camera?
Yes, so I don't bring my Canon actually with me on my trips. I work. I have for my trips now. I use a Fuji. So I have the pro versions of these, and it's a mirrorless camera. So I really love this one. So Fujifilm is my travel companion.
Your travel companion.
Yes.
And where's your little pet? Oh, there he is.
Exactly. So we find him in the pictures a little bit later too. But of course, I brought Ike as well.
Yes,
he
I
can't
remember.
miss on any trip. I actually am thinking. My friend Tammy said, like, you should create an own Instagram account.
Absolutely. Travels
And let's
with
see how many
Ike.
more. Yeah, Travels with Ike, and he's probably gonna have more hits than I do.
You'll speak
it
to
so
your
happens.
social media
Yeah.
people. Oh, and this is an organ, I'm assuming.
Yes, so this is also in that same church where the picture was prior to this. But I normally don't drink coffee anymore, but when in Italy, of course, you have to. So lots of espressos, and so this was a little pit stop of espressos, and of course, there's a lot of the little scooters around
you
here
saw
as well.
a lot of
yeah,
those.
the Vespas, yeah. And you see how banged up they are. But wait
I see
until you
that.
go over to Sorrento or Positano, you see them really banged up because they're just crazy. This is the only way to drive around. So to move over to, it was one of the first days, and if you saw it, it was a little bit cloudy. But the nice part is the island is quite big.
Yeah, it
So-
is. It looks pretty big.
Yeah, so it was rain in the forecast for most of the island, north, south, everywhere, except this corner of the island.
So you drove there.
So we drove there, and it's about 3 hours.
Okay.
And we went to the beach there, so you see this when you're enjoying the beach time there. So we went to the beach, and then we also booked to go horseback riding at sunset, which was really nice. And let me see if I find what this little village was about. I think I have it here. It's so it's down in. So the place we went to is Manesia Sulisis, is the horseback riding place, and it's run by Manolo. And it's funny enough, like I could actually speak to them in German because they spoke German, not English,
really?
but German. So. But this
Why,
is
did they
Manolo.
get a lot of German tourists? Is that what they...
Yes.
why?
So you didn't actually find any American tourists there?
You didn't?
No.
Okay.
On Sardinia. So it is a hidden gem. I'm sure in the high season you will find American tourists
Well, no,
as
I
well.
know I have a few Italian customers who go there.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Oh yeah, very popular with the Romans.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean Americans who are of Italian descent who go there.
Yeah, to
And-
Sardinia.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is really a significant place, and I mean, like I said, it's an 8 hours fly over, 9
Oh,
hours
that's
and
not
20
bad.
minutes back to Rome, and then another hour to head over there. And there's frequent flights going over too.
Yes.
It's so EasyJet is another one that goes there. A lot of the cheaper airlines. But the beach that we went to, so it was a 3 hours drive from Santa Maria Navares. And it's the Spiaggia su Guido Cia. So that was down there.
No,
where we
you
went.
convinced me. You've got me wanting to go.
Yeah. So there we are. Yeah. So this is Manolo. So you see there. It's actually funny. I forgot that there's a lot of jockeys actually coming from Italy, right? So because they're
never thought about it,
sometimes
but
a little
yeah.
smaller, but they're excellent horsemen people. So they have horse races on the island too as a special event. So that was the one day where it was raining.
That's Cape Cod.
It's okay. So it's Coppa Coda Cavallo. So almost
Okay.
like the cavallo, the horse. So it's the horseshoe. So this is the second beach day we went to, and this is the view when you were just driving in there. We really scouted out beaches where there were only Italians there at this point. So not very touristy. I mean, you see big
The
boats
sand
there.
looks nice. Was the sand
Yes.
pretty good?
So this is a good point as well. Maybe we can talk about this. So there's Ike, our first picture of
Oh, I
Ike.
didn't even recognize him. He blended in with the
Yeah.
sand.
So and you see, like this is a little bit of given now a touch from Africa on this particular beer. So this is a beer that you find on Sardinia.
And what is it, from
And you
Africa?
So you see, there's a Quattro Negro. It's also on their flag. So there's these 3 heads of on the bottle itself. So and it has like a bandana. It is either a bandana or it has them sometimes over the eyes as well, which is like, it depends. It's a particular symbol of it. But
Okay.
yeah, so that kind of gives a little bit of the history that they obviously are close to Africa. So what did I want to say about? So yeah, Ike and everything, the beaches. Essentials. Let's talk a little bit about essentials to go. So this is a very nice beach where you can absolutely walk in barefoot. And he's actually drinking the same beer right there. So you can get them easily right on the beach. And there's my friend Tammy. But it's good to, we see this later. So some of these beaches, they have pebbles instead of sand. And it's good. This is
so
actually
you bring
super
a beach
light.
shoe.
Yeah, so we brought beach shoes with us to help. So we see that actually in a little bit. But good snorkeling opportunities. You can definitely rent water sport. If you're into water sports, you want paddle boarding, all that can be purchased on the beach. Beach chairs, you see Ike is occupying his own beach chair. Yes, exactly. So you can easily, for
the scenery
$4.
looks beautiful. So you've got all these mountains and everything.
That's right.
Big stone, granite.
Oh yeah, if you can go back to that last one there for a second, I just wanted to point out. So on the right side, it's actually a bar. So you can swim out there too and grab a beer if you're into it. Or they deliver.
They deliver to you at the beach.
They deliver to you to the beach or to the boats. So. Yeah, so it's.
Really? You could.
And I need to point out as well. So from Arbitex and from so some of the beaches. This one is one where you can actually drive up to park your car and you can head to the beach. There is many beaches where on Sardinia where you can only get to by boat. But on Sardinia, they actually allow you to rent a boat without a license. So. So that's I wanted to point that out.
So you're saying some tourists will rent a boat for the day?
Yeah, and just head out.
And head out. I don't know. I hope you don't get lost. But
yeah. So, so this is actually there is the 14th tower. So Arbitex, the tower there in the center of the picture.
It looks like a turret, kind of.
Yeah.
And that was built in the 1400s by the Spanish.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah. So this was by far our favorite part of our 2-week-long trip. Is go out on this boat tour, and we left at 8 in the morning. So you saw the sun was just coming up there in the previous picture, and it was with Helios Tours. So Helios
is a Greek company. Yes, I don't know. I think I've heard of them.
They just call themselves Helios Tours. You can. It's about $80, I think $86 per person to go out there, and you go to 4 beaches, you go into caves, you get a phenomenal meal put on for lunch. I can highly recommend this. I actually found this in one of the German,
in the German
in the German Sardinia magazine, I found this, and this was by far, and that was my gift actually to Tammy. She had her birthday in August, and I surprised her with this kind of a trip on this boat. But it's
now Tammy lives where? Here or
she lives in Winthrop?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So she lives in Winthrop.
That's right. She located the guy from Winthrop who had the house in Greece.
That's right.
Wasn't he from Winthrop
He's
also?
from Winthrop as well, yeah. So so that's how they know each other. But so it's I booked it right from here via email. I contacted them. They do want a down payment. They want you to wire it, but I negotiated to, I'm there a couple of days before.
And this was what, like a 30-foot boat or something, or?
So it's 25 people can get on this boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so bigger than 30 feet, probably.
Yeah. So we see a picture actually of the boat itself.
Oh, okay.
And Sergio is the guy that runs it, and he speaks German, English, and Italian, of course. So. And
he took you out to different places.
Yeah, so this is still driving up the coast to our first beach stop, which is going to come up in one of the next pictures. But this really shows you
look at the rock.
How you can only get to some of these beaches by boat. Yeah, because this is like all cliffs and that you see actually. So this is the boat itself. And I took this one. I should point this out. So I already mentioned the shoes to bring with you, but definitely bring snorkeling gear. So this is the little shoe. It's super lightweight. I got it on Amazon, and it's probably like just $17, $18. But I also got I didn't actually get it. This is not a GoPro camera. It works just the same, but that picture that we just saw off the boat was taken with this.
Oh, really?
So it's $120. I just wanted to,
And this what is
recommended.
waterproof?
Yes. So you get a casing for it. The camera itself comes with all the. So if you want to mount it on the car, you want to mount it on your shoulder helmet or anything, it comes with all the gear for $120.
Wow.
And then this little case itself is. I think that was just $20, which comes so it's kind of neat to have that going with you in the water. But this is...
So you went right in the water with it?
Yes, I went in the water with it.
Oh, okay.
But if you do want to take your iPhone with you or your smartphone, you can also get one of these little things, which is again, just $20. And some people get very nervous.
But it kept it dry.
Yeah, so it's good to, and again, you can tie this around you. So even if you go in the water or you want to put some money in there when you're at the beach, besides bringing your phone, you're in the water. You can do, double purposes to have your phone safe, but also have some cash on you. And then this is for some people, they don't like to snorkel with the thing in their mouth and just with the goggles. So this is the new kind of thing that you see a lot. And I
haven't seen it.
I had this with me in Greece as well, and I convinced Tammy that she actually got herself one of these. So they go for $50. So they're not cheap, but you just put this mask on. There's never any water going in there.
And that you keep above the water.
That's right. So you just keep this above the water. But even if you go below it, there's no water ever flowing in.
Oh, okay.
And this actually has a little hookup for the camera too, if you decided to do one of those. But I highly recommend this. So it's on Amazon for $50. I don't know what this particular brand is.
Yep.
But you just do the research and you see what feedback they leave in you on Amazon. So that's why I wanted to bring this, because those are definitely some essentials you want to have for Sardinia. Little props with you. But I'm looking into see if I have. Maybe I'm going to ask from Santa to get me one of the water cases.
Santa Carl.
Yes, Santa Carl. Yeah.
So here's your boat.
Here's the boat that was taken with just the little camera for,
It's a great picture.
Yeah, thank you. And there is actually our captain. So, and he was very, very informative. And there's Tammy and I. So just bring a backpack with you on the boat. So we did a few different boat tours, but just drive a light, bring your bathing suit, bring some snorkeling gear,
so
bring those little...
this was a very narrow passage he took you down.
Yeah, so he just brought us to this little fjord, and it's funny because we had actually people from Norway on that, and he calls, the fjord, and the Norwegians this is not a fjord.
Not a fjord.
Yeah, so he brings you to all the kind of highlights along.
It looks like you must have had pretty good weather, though. These people
so this is it was only one day, it was that rain, so a little bit cloudy, but it was absolutely beautiful the whole time through. The water, I can actually give a little bit of some information about the temperature. So water temperatures in the summer go between 62 79 Fahrenheit. So the boat itself, I already mentioned, is $85 per person. You can book it via email. There is a down payment, but which you can leave, if you just head there a day before, or arrange somehow. I mean, I don't know why they don't do PayPal, to be honest with you. Some other details here. Let me see. I wanted to mention about, so the high season, of course, is August. But you can go there anytime, starting in May, June is already beautiful to go to the island. Trying to see, so Cala Scirocco was that little fjord. And I think, we're getting close now to go to our first beach stop, which is this one here.
Oh.
I don't think you can.
I see the sand.
Yeah, so you see the sand, and this was our first snorkeling.
So some of these are tiny little beaches.
Yes, yeah. So tiny little beaches, and because we are actually one of the first ones there, it didn't take long for other people to show up
Oh,
there.
so it's a popular spot.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so temperatures in May, between 72 and 54. Hottest is in August, 86. September is 79, 63. January, the coldest temperature is 43 in Sardinia. Yeah, so, and yeah, the least amount of rain months are May through September.
Oh, this is you with the mask on.
So this is actually Tammy.
Oh, Tammy's, so you took the picture underwater.
Yeah, and it's taken again with that camera. So
Pretty
with
good
that little
for that
camera.
$100 camera.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
She actually looks a little scary there.
yeah, she looks like some moon
Yes.
moon version.
Oh, there you are at that beach.
So
it's
this
a
is
tiny little beach at
and
the
you
bottom
see there's
of the,
already more people coming to it. Yeah.
at the bottom of the mountain.
Yep.
Do you remember if it was soft sand or?
This one had pebbles as well.
Pebbles,
Yeah.
okay.
So let me see if I have the
Oh,
name.
look.
So it's I think it's
Is this the
Connolly.
same beach or another beach?
This is another beach now.
A little bigger.
Yeah, so the beach before there was Cala dei Gabbiani. And I think this one here is Cala Gorlice, if I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so this is, I'm not sure in which order, but the beaches we went to is the Cala Gorlice, Cala dei Gabbiani, and Cala Mariolu, which is the last beach that we went to. And then we also went into like a cave, so the Grotta di Fico. And this is all...
See, I see this is a little more of a rough sand.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see this is not very comfortable to walk on, so those shoes come definitely in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is actually quiet for this particular beach. I mean, you see boats, they're coming right up. Our case, the boat is bigger. They have like a little ramp, and we see some pictures as well. So they just throw a bridge down, and you walk down on the bridge to the beach, and then the boat just takes off, so it doesn't stay there. They have a very particular system. There's the police is guarding all these beaches as well.
Oh, really?
Yep, so they make sure everything is done orderly.
Why would you say the police are at the beach? Are they preventing...
Well, I mentioned already the Arabian pirates.
Yeah.
They're still around.
Oh, so they still have... No.
I'm
Well,
just
you know,
joking on that.
they really are still pirates. If you go on certain cruise ships, they tell you.
Yeah.
Like off the East African coast, they
Yeah.
still have pirate situations.
Yeah. So yeah, and there's
There's
Ike again. So yeah, you see how pebbled that beach is.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of threw that one in. Just thinking. Yep. So beautiful beach. So it's absolutely amazing to go into. So that's mostly what we did really on this trip. You can definitely go very much cultural on this island as well. Do a lot of hiking. You can do water sports if you
Were
really
there
want
any
to go
like
into
museums
scuba diving.
or anything that
Yes.
you think? Oh, really?
Plenty
Okay.
of museums. They have a museum just for these masks,
really?
carnival masks. This is now where they, at our lunch break, so we had a little boat pick us up and drop us off, and they had prepared a meal for us. So I'm like so bummed I didn't take any pictures. I'm sure I have some pictures. I don't know where they went. But they had a seafood meal made for us. You could not finish like the amount of
The
food
Italian
they
food is
gave us.
wonderful anyway.
They had shrimp, but the shrimps had such thin skin on them that you could eat, just like popcorn, the shrimp.
Really?
Yeah. Which the Norwegians, they're like, why didn't they take that off? It's like, you can actually eat it. It's you know, it's that thin, so it's not... but, and then of course, like I think at this point we do some myrto because they served this to us. So you could either have a grappa
Okay.
after the meal, or you could have a myrto. So myrto is from Sardinia, and it's a specialty from there. So I just opened this for us, Jack. So
Oh, thank you. That's why Nicole always comes on and brings a beverage.
that's right. See how it
Thank
has
you.
like a nice little red color here. But have a smell.
Salud.
Salud.
Oh, it smells nice.
Yeah, doesn't it smell nice? So, myrto.
Oh, very good.
Myrto is the name of this
Oh,
beverage.
it's got another little flavor, almost like a floral flavor.
So I'm wondering if they have any pictures. They do have like a little picture of the tree that is probably derived from. So this one is made, like there's a little map on it. So it's made in the northern part
It's
of...
got an interesting little flavor.
Yeah. So it's red in color. So they do other dishes with it. But yeah, that's kind of like a specialty.
I know
Yeah.
you should do a a blog on unique beverages
Yes.
you taste worldwide.
I know, and we've tasted them all here. Yeah,
Yeah, that's very nice.
yeah. So, I mean, most of the pictures you see here, they were either taken with my iPhone, with the little camera that I showed you, or with the Fuji film. So this particular one is the X Pro 2. And yeah, I got it specifically for travel just in the beginning of this year, after it was recommended to me by a lot of people. And it's...
That they really like that camera.
Yeah, and I mean, you see the pictures it shows for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has the old school feeling to it too. So I don't actually look through the little viewfinder anymore. I take the picture with on the back, looking at the back of the camera. Yeah, so it handles really nicely, and the pictures are amazing. So yeah, there we are starting to get a little bit red after a whole day.
This is another beach.
Yeah, so this is the last one that we went to, and you see there's snorkeling gear on the right side in the picture. But
I can't get over the mountains, the
Yeah,
rock.
yeah.
The rock.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, yeah, this is in the little. It's a particular area. So it's just all these beaches are just north of where we were staying. So you drive from Arbitex past our village that we were staying, and then it goes up to the coastline. So Orsay, I think it's the Gulf of Orsay is where all these beaches are that you see in here. Yeah, and this is the Grotta di Fico. So
Oh,
this
a
is
grotto,
yeah.
yes.
So this is the last stop that they brought us to, and it was very sad to as our last little stop here. But I mean, the staff, they just put a beautiful. Really entertained us the whole day through.
Now, did
with
you
food
stay at the
and everything.
same small hotel? It wasn't a hotel, you said.
The Airbnb, yeah.
The
We stayed the
Airbnb
whole time
at
there.
the same place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the ones where the map blends in, I kind of tried to put down where we went to. Everything was within 2 or 3 hours drive. There is not
so
really
you,
traffic.
So you took a
much
good
traffic.
drive
Yeah.
some of the days.
So yeah, we went north. So we went past all those beaches that we saw in the last few pictures. We went to the north. We didn't go all the way. So the north part of Sardinia is actually so that's Olbia, and there is the I'm trying to think. It's the Esmeralda.
Esmeralda is where I want to
Esmeralda.
go, which is where these hotels.
Yes, that's right.
The Casa.
Now I know.
Casa Volpi, I
Yeah.
think, is one of them.
Yep.
And these were built by the Aga Khan,
Okay.
who was
That's
married
right.
to Rita Hayworth.
You got it.
Which,
Now it all
many
makes
of our
sense
viewers
to me.
don't know who Rita Hayworth is.
Yeah.
But she was just one knockout of a lady.
Yes. So now it all makes sense to me. So
That
we didn't
was
go
it.
all
And
the
where'd
way.
you say in Esmeralda?
Yes, so
Yes.
Smeralda. So it's albeit further north of
that's
Olbia.
north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's I can see you actually going to the
Yes, I'm telling
Billionaires
you,
Club.
Yeah, absolutely, it's for me.
So the wealth of the whole island had definitely shifted from the capital, Cagliari, up to that area. So
Oh,
it's,
really?
Yeah, it's a very rich kind of
It's
area.
supposed to be a great.
Yeah.
Those hotels are supposed to be lovely.
Yes, and they probably are even bigger and wealthier than some of the places in the French Riviera. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, I've told you. When you said to me we're going to do Sardinia, I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah, so I've been
Am I jealous?
I have not been to
wanted
that
go
part, so now maybe I have to join you.
We were going to go one summer, and it was. I think you had to buy the package with breakfast and dinner, and the rate was just astronomical. I said, "I can't do it."
Yeah.
But I did. I wanted to go, and yeah,
Yes.
that's it. Esmeralda.
Yeah, Smeralda. Yeah, it's
Yes.
it's the beaches up. It's the area that they call it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Sardinia was this big, though. It's big.
Yeah. So there's actually some nice pictures in this magazine too.
Well, wait, in case we get lost,
Yeah.
talk about your candy.
Yes. So let's talk about some candy. Okay. So food. So I already mentioned the flatbreads, the shepherds. The other big thing that they make there is torrone. We already talked about the beer. We talked about some wine. And let's have a little bit of torrone, which
I'll
is...
let you serve.
Okay. So I already cut the little
Okay.
pieces.
And this is like a nougat
Exactly, like a nougat.
with, what are these, almonds?
So in this case, yeah, almonds, yeah. And it's, I got this one, where did I get this one? Actually in a little shop under our place. So yeah, it's kind of chewy, it's harder, but it's very tasty, I find, yeah.
The LaSalle Bakery in Providence, Rhode Island. Christmas time makes a wonderful Toroni.
They do.
So, yes. So this keeps me in
Talking
mind for that.
as we are munching on this, so you were asking about museums. So they have the Shepherd's Museum here with the masks, where they really explain what each one stands for. And let's see if I find donkeys. Oh, and I didn't mention there's a tree there as well. They have one of the oldest trees in the world is on Sardinia too. So it's not just
Really?
people. They get very old, but it's also trees. So it's an olive tree. It's close to 3,000 years old.
Oh my God.
So it's one of the
And it's
oldest
still
trees in
producing
Italy.
olives?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
But yeah, so the Smeralda area. Let's see if I quickly flick over to that. And I know we have quite a bit to see as well. Yeah, so this is all the rich area here.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely. And Bill, if we're missing any pictures, we better move along and get those so Nicole can show us.
And you have a little Torone now on your shirt.
Oh, do I? Okay, I'll eat it. And
So
this
we're
is
just continuing in the cave. So that's still
a grotto.
the same cave. So this is all, I think this was like maybe seven euros to get into that cave. It wasn't
Oh, they
part,
charge you a little bit. Okay.
which is totally fine because they keep it actually very well. In Greece, they brought us into a cave and they didn't care about banging against things and stuff. So here it is very well maintained, I have to say. So Italy has obviously dealt with tourism a lot longer, and they have already really evolved to take care of the area. So this is taking a picture out onto the sea, and you see our boat is actually coming to get us.
Oh, that's okay.
And there you see the big bridge on the boat. So this is one of their boats as well. So they have a fleet of probably like three
it's
or
a nice
four.
looking boat.
Yeah, so I think his son runs this one here. But I can highly recommend it again. This is all these pictures still from that one day. So you see how significant that trip, just that,
That you saw so much.
Yeah. And you see I have a little bit of
sun
redness
tan.
going.
Yep, you look like you're getting tan.
Yeah. As far as like mosquitoes and sun, so I didn't find the sun very aggressive. But again, in September, you have already gone through summer here, where you build up so this is actually Sergio. So I wanted to make sure I take a picture with him. So he's absolute delight. And you can read about it. If you TripAdvise Helios tours out of Arbitex, you will see people rave about this. And it's the best $85 that you can spend on your trip. Yeah, it's really great. So this is getting back into the harbor now. At that time, they put a show on with the seagulls. They were playing music. He had me do karaoke on the boat.
How far was your Airbnb from this?
20 minutes.
Oh, so very close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So our area is
look
considered.
at this shot. My
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So this is
That looks almost like Southwest United States, up in
It
like
is the Red
Zion
Rock.
Park
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. It's their own Red Rocks.
The Red Rocks.
And you probably saw this one and a couple, some of the first pictures, but I said to Tammy, we were just getting in and the sun is going down. We're going back there now. And sure enough, that's what we did. And it paid off because, it's just beautiful. Again, all the Fujifilm camera doing a really nice job. You see the pictures actually longer as well. So you have different settings. You can photograph square and all that. So yeah, last one for best. Best is last. So we actually decided we would get closer to Cagliari again, where we were going to fly out of. You can certainly fly into Olbia, so that's probably where you will go. It's the same an hour up in the north. But that drive down to Villassimos is 2 hours, not even like 2 hours, I think. Again, roads are beautiful. You have vineyards left and right, tons of vineyards. I've heard some places that actually have their own vineyards. Even in California, they have grapes from Sardinia.
Oh, really?
It's from a long time ago.
Here we are back at the beach.
So this is down in
Is that you? Look how tan you got. Nicole.
Yeah, look at me. Even my hair got tan. So this is again a beach where that was a little bit more expensive to rent chairs. But it came like with the umbrellas, and sometimes you have even lockers on the beach in case you're worried about leaving stuff on the beach.
Yeah, a lot of Americans may not be used to it. A lot of these beaches do charge you a fee for renting your chair and getting a spot on the beach.
Exactly. If you want to have like front view, you see there's a little tower up there too. But so you can. I think with your entry for renting this. As well, you also were able to get into the club if you want to use the toilets there.
Okay.
This particular beach, so it's close to Villa Simios in the southern part. And let me make sure I give you the name of this one because this is an absolute awesome beach to go to. And I'm going to find that real quick. It's up here. Spiaggia di Porto Giunco. Cool thing about that beach is they have flamencos right close by.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
So you can see flamencos on if you're into that. That's definitely one of a beautiful scene. So this is all on that particular beach. Whether you seen it was.
The water looks very clear.
Yeah, good snorkeling opportunity. I think there will be one picture that I included. Yeah, my little underwater one, my little fish that I got
under
there.
The water. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow.
So just to see how that camera performs even underwater.
And I see another turret up on those rocks.
Yep. So another one.
Boy, very rocky.
Yeah, so you see a lot of big yachts out there. And yeah, this is all very rocky there. We actually were out there on sunrise one morning before we were heading back to to Calgary, which was just about an hour drive from there. But yeah, and the sand, this is white sand beach, so very easy to walk on.
Yeah, this looks like a very soft beach.
Yeah, and you see a little bit of a build-up behind those umbrellas. I mean, the nice thing about this is it's one beach right there that's quite long, and then there's a rock formation, and then it continues on around the corner, basically. Excellent food there as well. So we went out for dinner, just on like getting some tips.
This is for me. Good food and a beach.
Yes. So we see some.
And I'll start taking
the
Murto di Cindia.
Yeah.
I'll develop a habit for that.
And I actually got my beautiful red bracelet from there as well. So they have.
And what is that made from?
So this is I should mention this. So this is just leather.
Oh.
But the person that made it, he's lived there, and he was telling me there's actually a big film crew from LA. They have a house there, and they go there on a regular basis.
Oh.
He himself is from Colombia.
Oh, okay.
But he works. He has a leather shop, which is awesome.
That's become. You should consider Colombia for a vacation.
Yes, actually.
They've got in Cartagena.
Cartagena
is a big area for tourists today, and everyone seems to really enjoy it.
He said the same thing. So he has his kids all throughout the world. So I think one actually lives in Germany. So we had a good talk while he was like custom making this bracelet for me. So he adjusted it so it fit my.
And now you can't take it off.
No, that's it.
Bill, are we missing any photos? We are. I better move them along quick. We're getting to the close.
So these are just some pretty but this was really good to go. Again, snorkeling with our cool mask.
The rock
and a little
formations
camera.
are fabulous.
Yeah. So really nice. And there's our Ike one last time.
On cactus.
Exactly. The poor Ike, the abuse he got on this trip. So, and this is also a specialty. Very simple dish, just with sage leaves, and it was filled with the cheese. And I have the name for it. Let's see if I find it real quick. It's so the pane carasau was the flatbread. I found that one, and it's culurgiones. It's a specialty, a
Sardinian specialty. Okay.
Yes, very simple dish, but it was.
What's this?
So this is the shop.
Oh,
with
that's
my Colombian friend.
Oh, he doesn't look Colombian, but all right.
Yeah.
He could have fooled you, Nicole, you know. Maybe he
That's
just thought
right.
it would be more interesting. He looks to me like he's from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah. So, but it was he had beautiful leather bags. So of course, Italy is known for leather. You definitely find it. And Sardinia in particular, I think they're the biggest cork producers of all of Italy. So
Cork?
Cork.
Oh,
yes.
you mean for bottles?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so they make floors out of it and probably wallpapers of cork and everything. So you definitely, handbags, I saw handbags made
really?
of cork.
Out of cork?
Yeah. This was the sun, Tammy and I, we decided we'd get up early.
The wine people tell me these days, quite honestly, they feel the screw-off caps are actually better.
Yep.
And protect the wines better. And
That's right.
And they think
hear
they're
that too.
cleaner.
Yeah,
More.
I hear that
it's
too.
interesting. I don't know if cork has that big a future.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Maybe we'll find more floors made with
More
the cork
floors.
then, now that we don't need it for the bottles
you'll
anymore.
see, they'll use them in shoes too. But that's a great photo.
Yeah. So yeah. So So just we got up early and we did this one. We were trying to find the flamingos. We did find them, but we couldn't get close enough to get a decent picture of them.
Well, I am going to thank you for this wonderful sharing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to push myself to go.
You have to.
I'm going to.
But just make sure you book a ticket for me too, because you need a tour guide, right?
I will. I'll bring you and Tammy.
And the Mirta drinking
And the
companion.
matchup. So where are you off to next? So we'll know.
So in 2 weeks. I'm heading over to Germany to be with family.
Yep.
Since Christmas is coming up, while we're recording this show here. But Slovenia is on my list for next year. Yes.
Where I think our First Lady is from.
That's right. Yeah.
You'll have to get me history.
Yes.
Thank you as always.
Jack, it's a pleasure.
And this
Thank
was
you so much for
wonderful.
having me on again.